It's been a minute. I was reminded of a story from my childhood because of something that happened recently. And so you're getting a double feature. You know, I've been on 2 cruises in my life. The first one was great. The first one, I just remember us kids loving it so much because the cruise staff provided for, like, basically daycare for the kids, or night care, if you will, so that the parents could go off and do something romantic at night, go to the club, whatever, on the cruise ship. Top-notch kid care on this cruise ship the first time we went. Really fun. Like, I'm sure that my siblings would agree. Like, it was just really fun. I don't know why. Like, I think it was a bunch of, like, college kids that were, like, interning over the summer or something, who were the people looking after us, and they were just really funny. The second one, when I was about, 12 or 13, I think. Yeah, I think it was about 12 or 13. It just wasn't as good. Some of the, we didn't have that cool, like, childcare crew, because we were all a little bit too old at that point. And just some things went wrong on that cruise. A couple things went wrong. One of the things that went wrong is that we hit a storm midway through our voyage, and instead of slowing down in the midst of the storm, the captain decided to haul ass. What you have already are the troubled seas from the storm, plus the fact that we're booking it and just clipping in a cruise ship across this tumultuous water. Even people who don't get seasick, and I don't normally get very seasick, even people who don't were having a hard time that night. Here's the way that our rooms were broken down. They're small cabins, right, on a cruise ship. My parents were in the room right next door from me and my siblings. Me and my siblings were rocking it sibling style in our own little suite. We all went to bed super early that night, and I remember watching Shark Tales on the television. You know, the animated movie with Will Smith voicing that weird-looking fish. In the middle of the night, I hear this knocking at our cabin door. I don't know if my siblings heard it. I think they were dead asleep, and I was woken by it. Now, I couldn't really move. I was so seasick. I was just like, stay in bed, try to make it through the night. You know, here's the deal. The knocking doesn't really stop for a while, and it's like this banging. And I thought at first it was room service on a cruise ship. I don't know. Maybe they have that. I don't know. But I thought, this is weird that they're here in the middle of the night. My thinking was, if it's really someone that needs to get in, they'll find a way. And there was no emergency, so I didn't think it was our parents or anything, because eventually the knocking stopped. The next morning, I told Mom and Dad about this. I said, there was some weird knocking at our door last night, and they said, there was at our door as well. Did you answer it? And I said, no. And they were like, good. Turns out that the knocking on both of our cabin doors was a drunken man. Dad kind of went close to the door. He didn't open it or anything, but he heard this guy drunkenly being like, hello? Is anyone there? I'm naked and I locked myself out of my room. Ultimately, I'm sure the guy found someone to help him, or he just passed out naked in the hallway. But it was a win for all of us that I did not answer the door, for I would have been greeted with an advanced education quickly. The other night, so this is the place I'm living in now. My neighbors, the drug dealers, like to blast mariachi music. That's okay. They like to have parties, even in this time of you're really not supposed to have parties. The other night, Sunday night, Mother's Day night. I think they were having a Mother's Day party. Great. Again, good on ya. I'm not one to complain, especially with neighbors who are most likely packing heat. Something you need to know is that I have a front door to my apartment and I have a back door. And the back door is right next to my neighbor's back door, right? We share an entire wall, and it's paper thin, as you do in apartments. But anyways, keep that in mind, that I have my back door to my apartment is right next to theirs. At some point, I hear my back door, like the knob, jiggle. And I'm kind of like, and then I hear it again. And again. Throughout the entire night, several times, someone trying to get in my back door. Let me say this. I really don't think it was malicious. I think very much like the cruise ship incident, it was someone a little bit tipsy or even drunk trying to, and they mistook my back door for the neighbors. And they're just trying to get into the house and pee. I guarantee you that's what the case was. But I'm sitting here in my apartment alone, quite weirded out. Not fearful, but just a little bit like, it's only a matter of time till that janky ass door just kind of lets loose. I do have a little chain lock on my back door as well, but again, So it happened several times. Again, someone just trying to get in, thinking it was the neighbor's place, wanting to take a piss, I'm sure. I went to bed that night honestly believing that I would wake up the next morning and find someone passed out in my kitchen. It didn't happen, thankfully. I didn't have to deal with that. Whether you're on a cruise ship or just chilling in your own home, be aware that some drunk idiot might try to get in. They might be naked. They might be fully clothed. Chances are, however they come, their goal is to piss. And yet, another pee story from Anna. I think it drives a lot of human motivation, honestly, if you really think about it. Have a good one. Or not. Whatever.